In this video, we bring you the entire first episode of Season 1 of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms series. We bring you the entire episode scene by scene. This Game of Thrones prequel show is set about 80 years after House of the Dragon, and 90 years before Game of Thrones. The story follows the adventures of Ser Duncan the Tall and his squire Egg, who is secretly Aegon V Targaryen. That's why the kid has his head shaved, so no one would recognize him. They will travel all over Westeros, and eventually Egg will become the king, and Duncan his Lord Commander of the Kingsguard. The current king of the Seven Kingdoms is Egg's grandfather Daeron II. Season 1 will be packed with Targaryens, and viewers are going to love Egg's uncle, Baelor Breakspear, heir to the throne, and hate his brother Aerion. Egg is Maester Aemon's brother and Daenerys' great-grandfather, while Dunk is Brienne of Tarth's great-grandfather and also Hodor's great-grandfather because Duncan was with old Nan at Winterfell when she was young. Anyway, let's see what the first episode of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms will look like. Episode 1 opens with a young and naive but courageous Squire Dunk, who is squiring for Ser Arlen of Pennytree. They're traveling to tourney at Ashford in the Reach. The story opens with the death of Ser Arlen, who dies of a chill on the way, and Dunk buries him in the rain under a tree and pays his respects. He adopts Ser Arlen's armor as his own, as well as his equipment, sword, 3 horses, and remaining money. Dunk decides to compete in the tourney at Ashford Meadow in Arlen's stead, and keeps traveling toward it. Dunk arrives at the inn where Daeron and his brother Aegon Egg are staying incognito, after they escape from their royal Targaryen escort because Daeron isn't interested in participating in a tourney. Daeron shaved the head of his brother Aegon to hide his Targaryen features so the search party sent by their father Prince Maekar would not recognize them. At the inn, Dunk encounters Daeron, who is drinking incognito. Daeron, who has dragon dreams, tells Dunk that he had dreamed of him and orders Dunk to stay away from him. Dunk becomes distraught at the sight of him. He goes outside and sees a kid, Egg, on his own horse with a helmet pretending to be fighting. Their meeting is the biggest moment of episode 1. "Oi!" yells Dunk at Egg. "My lord," says Egg in panic, and they keep talking as Egg gets off Dunk's horse. Aegon wants to participate in the tourney, but Dunk doesn't know he's Aegon and thinks he's a stable boy. Egg asks Dunk if he could be his squire. He begs Dunk to be allowed to become his squire and says this: "Sir, I could squire for you and you could teach me. Every knight needs a squire, and you look like you need one more than most. If you could bring me to Ashford, I could squire for you, sir." But Dunk denies him and leaves. Aegon, however, leaves as well and follows him to Ashford. But Dunk makes camp to rest and sleep for the night. He discovers the bald boy from the inn. The boy is at his camp. Egg asks him, "What's your name?" Dunk says, "Ser Duncan the Tall." Egg replies with, "Never heard of him." And Dunk asks him, "Do you know every knight in the Seven Kingdoms then?" Egg says, "The good ones." The boy claims to be called Egg and says he comes from King's Landing, causing Dunk to believe the boy is an orphan from Flea Bottom, just like he had been. Meanwhile, Egg is actually a Targaryen Prince Aegon. Because he doesn't have a squire, Dunk accepts Egg as his squire for the duration of the tourney. That night, they lay down in their camp under an elm tree and watch the sky while talking, and they see a falling star, which Egg believes is lucky. Egg says this: "A falling star brings luck to those who see it." And Dunk replies with, "So the luck is ours alone?" And that would be about everything that's going to happen in episode 1. It's a short episode, 30 minutes long, but the writing is strong. The series has the early seasons of Game of Thrones vibe in the best possible way. You have to remember that the first season covers a 10-day period, so 6 episodes of 30 minutes each is pretty good. Let me now introduce you to all the important characters in this series. So the main characters, of course, are Dunk and Egg. The fan-favorite character of Season 1 is definitely going to be Egg's uncle, Baelor Breakspear Targaryen, the eldest son, Hand of the King and heir of King Daeron II Targaryen, and Queen Mariah Martell. He has dark hair like his mother. A warrior, Baelor seems to be all that could be wished in a knight, a lord or heir. He's a man who can win respect with ease, and he is open-handed and just. He's going to help Duncan a lot in Season 1. He will get him into the tournament, and he will even give his life trying to do what's right and trying to protect Duncan from his own family. Baelor will fight in Dunk's trial by the Seven against his brother, his nephews Aerion and Aeron, and will receive a mortal blow to his head from the mace of his brother Maekar, and will die in Dunk's arms. And this is his son Valar mourning his father's passing. Valar is Aeg's cousin and the eldest son of Prince Baelor, and his wife Lady Jaina Dondarrion. That woman next to him is his wife, Kiera of Tyrosh. This is Maekar Targaryen, Aeg's father and fourth son of King Daeron. Maekar is a capable army commander who served in the Blackfire Rebellion. Maekar is powerfully built, and he's sometimes prickly and impatient. Unlike his brother Baelor, he's not charismatic and cannot make friends and allies easily. After Baelor's accidental death by his hands, Maekar will become even more stern and unforgiving. Maekar has his own personal coat of arms, the three-headed Targaryen dragon quartered. His armor is decorated with black dragon teeth along the shoulders, and down his back, and the crest of his helm has dragon teeth as well. He wields a huge spiked mace. Although younger than his brother Baelor, Maekar looks older, and that's due to his problematic son Aerion, Aeg's brother. Although madness runs deep in Targaryen blood, Prince Aerion is a flame apart, wilder, stranger, and far more dangerous. Prince Aerion Targaryen, also known as Aerion the Monstrous, or Aerion Brightflame, as he likes to call himself, is the main villain of Season 1. Aerion is one of the most outstanding examples of the madness that can affect the members of House Targaryen. Cruel and arrogant, he thinks he's a dragon in human form. Aerion is despised by his younger brother Aegon, who considers Aerion a cruel liar. Aerion threw Aegon's pet cat down a well. Aerion once visited Aegon in his bedroom during the dead of night, and put a knife to Aegon's privates, and joked about removing his genitals so Aegon would become a sister he could marry. In this series, Dunk will protect an innocent woman from Aerion, and this will lead to a trial by Seven. Aeg's other brother is Aemon, who we know from Game of Thrones. But Aemon will not appear in Season 1, as he's in Old Town studying to become a Maester. Aemon is actually the one who gave Aegon the nickname Aeg. Aeg's third brother is Daeron, who we already mentioned in this video when talking about Episode 1, the weird guy Dunk met at the inn. Daeron is one of the rare Targaryens who has prophetic dragon dreams. He has sandy brown hair and a blonde beard from his mother, Diane Dane. Daeron was not much of a knight, disliking horses and swords. One of the stars of Season 1 is also going to be Lyonel Baratheon. Everyone will love him. Lyonel Baratheon, known as the Laughing Storm, is a swaggering giant of a man, wearing a traditional Baratheon antlered helm. Lyonel has the habit of laughing loudly at his opponents as well as in general, which earned him his nickname of the Laughing Storm, and made him a great favorite of the small folk. Lyonel is considered one of the finest fighters of this time, and is famed for his prowess in battle. Fans are also excited to see Brynden Rivers, Lord Bloodraven, who we saw in Game of Thrones. He is in his 30s at this time, and he is a powerful sorcerer and spy master who effectively rules the kingdom with spies and spells. In Season 2, he will become Hand of the King and Master of Whispers. Besides Bloodraven and Maester Aemon, throughout the series we'll see many other characters we know from Game of Thrones like Baby Walder Frey and Old Nan from Winterfell. In the final season, we'll also see young Olenna Tyrell, who is going to be betrothed to Aeg's son. We'll also see young Barson Selmy, Aerys Tywin Lannister, Pycelle Jon Arryn, and finally, baby Rhaegar Targaryen being born at the same time and place where Duncan and Aeg die at the end of the series. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is going to be a fantastic show, and in the first half of this video I told you bit by bit, detail by detail, scene by scene, how the very first episode of Season 1 looks. You can listen to the full A Night of the Seven Kingdoms audiobook for free, the story this new series is based on, when you start a free Audible trial using our link in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for Episode 2 leaked scenes.